Here are my top 5 things that I need to see and I want to see to move the car industry forward to a better place for dealerships and consumers alike in 2025 and beyond. Now, full disclosure, if you work at a dealership, if you own a dealership, if you run a dealership, you're probably not going to like some of the ones that are on this list. If you're a consumer, my hope is that you're going to love everything on this list because this really is geared at making the process better for you. Number 1, no more dealer add-ons. There is no place for add-on items that are being put on vehicles before they are sold to the general public. COVID is over, and even then, I really didn't understand that strategy. If market values on cars are above MSRP, I personally can wrap my head around that. Something's worth what it's worth, but forcing somebody to pay for protection products or add-ons that they didn't ask for, I can't get on board with that, and that should not be happening. If you're a consumer, do not patronize dealers that are doing this. There's no reason for you to buy a car from a dealership that's forcing you to get things like ceramic protection or paint film protection or appearance packages or nitrogen in the tires. Here's the thing. There are a lot of amazing packages and options and aftermarket items that you really should consider when buying a new car or a pre-owned car, but they should be your decision and not the dealership's decision. So dealerships, you've got to cut that out. I see dealers all the time that are charging, or at least attempting to charge, thousands of dollars in aftermarket items or add-ons, many of which have already been added to the car, some of which haven't even been added to the car yet, but are being explained as if they have been. That has to stop. That has got to go away. That is holding the industry back in a major way right now, and it's just a bad look for everybody. Or 2, dealerships. Why are we still paying traditional profit-based commissions to our salespeople? I just cannot understand that. I do understand the appeal of a pay plan that lures people in with the promise of potential massive commissions, right? That is as old as sales itself. The problem is that salespeople have little to nothing to do with the profit that is being made or not made on a car deal. They just don't. And I will have a conversation with anybody about that point. A salesperson has no control over the market value of a car. They have no control over the management team and the strategy that that dealership employs. They have nothing to do with any of this. So if you bought a car well below its market value and you're selling it at peak market value and there's a huge profit margin there, the salesperson had nothing to do with that. Most of the time, dealers are selling cars for little to no profit. Many dealers even sell cars at a loss most of the time, which ends up paying salespeople minimum commissions. So what ends up happening? Salespeople who want to work their pay plan will steer consumers to cars that they know that there's profit to be made in. And that is not what is best for your consumer. The consumer, your clients, need to get the car that fits their needs and wants best. And that has nothing to do with what kind of profit margin is in that vehicle. So more creative pay plans need to be the norm. Volume-based pay plans that pay on units and things that salespeople can control are what the industry needs to move towards, because if you're paying on a volume-based pay plan or a unit-based pay plan, then you can be sure your salespeople will care what is the best car for their client to buy and not what is the best car for them to buy for their own wallet. My favorite example to use is there is no shortage of people who want to buy G63s. That means there is a healthy profit margin to be made on the sale of a G63 or any other model that has a very, very robust level of demand relative to the supply. Did the salesperson have anything to do with that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, they didn't. By the same token, if I have a used car that I merchandised and marketed incorrectly and it has aged on my lot and I now own it for more than it's worth and I'm going to have to sell it at a loss, is that the salesperson's fault? Should they be penalized and paid a minimum commission just because the dealership lost money on that sale? What if it took them days or weeks even to get that sale done? Why are we treating that differently than somebody that took 5 minutes to sell the hottest car in the world that anybody could sell without having to discount? I understand the history of these commission-based pay plans, and they may work in many other industries where the salesperson does have more control over the ultimate profit that is made in a deal, but the reality of it is, in the car business, the market determines what these cars are worth, and it's no fault of the salespeople how the dealership owns that car versus what they're selling it for, so they shouldn't be paid that way. Number 3, No more advertising prices online for cars that have specific incentives or rebates that only a few people qualify for. This is one of the worst things that new car dealers can do. Thankfully, some manufacturers have rules against this to prevent advertising prices in this way. But there are too many manufacturers out there that allow new cars to be advertised at a discount online with various rebates or incentives. And a lot of the time, those incentives or rebates only apply to certain people that qualify for them. This is a terrible look for the industry. There's no reason that I should be advertising a discount for friends and family of employees of a manufacturer. Not everybody qualifies for friends and family. I shouldn't be advertising a student discount if not everybody's a student. Unless it's an incentive or a rebate that everybody gets, it should be left off the pricing. And manufacturers, you have to step in and help with this. But dealerships, you are losing far more than you are gaining by putting out prices online that you can't honor because most of the people reaching out to you don't qualify for them. There's no reason to do this. I understand the mentality. Put a low price online, get people in the door, we'll figure it out from there. That is an outdated way of thinking. It's not transparent at all. People don't like it, and most of the time, they're going to be very upset, very unhappy with you. Why would you want to conduct business that way? You're giving yourself a better than good chance right off the bat of making somebody upset. Don't do it. It's just not a good look. Number 4, why are dealerships still forcing people into their showrooms to give numbers? It's 2025, everybody. You can buy just about anything from the comfort of your own home, on your couch, on your computer. When you go on Amazon, it doesn't tell you you got to come down to the warehouse if you want to get a price on this item that you want to buy. If we're really striving for the Amazon experience, if we're really trying to make it easy for people to buy cars, why are we forcing them into our showroom in order to give them numbers? You have to understand that in 2025, in the information age where everybody's got access to the internet, they can shop easily, dealer to dealer, website to website, without ever even leaving their home. So why do you think it's a good idea to make it difficult for somebody to get that price from you? Too many dealers are operating from a place of fear of loss, which is if I give too much information, or if I give you the price that you're asking for, you'll just take it and go somewhere else. Let me give you an alternative way of looking at this. If I make it incredibly easy for somebody to do business with me, if I give them the information that they ask for the first time, every time, if I give them a price, if I make sure that they get all the incentives they qualify and none of the ones that they don't, and I am transparent and I walk them through the process, whether they want to come to the store or not, I like my odds, I like my chances of them doing business with me because they know that I've got their best interest in mind and I've made it easy. If I'm combative, if I tell them that the only way you're going to get the information that you want is if you physically come here to the store, then we are starting off like this, and that is not the way that people want to do business. People want to do business in general with people that they like, and I don't know about you, but I don't like people that right when I get to know them are arguing with me and trying to stand in the way of what I'm trying to accomplish. So why are we doing that to our consumers? If you want to come into the dealership, great. We'd love to have you here. We can talk. We can get you all the information that you want in person. If you don't want to, then fine. There are still so many dealers out there that are making it difficult to get a price over the phone or online. Why wouldn't you want to be the dealer that isn't doing that? The easier we make it for people to do business with us, the better off we're all going to be. And number 5, make your online experience in line with your in-store experience. There shouldn't be different pricing on your website than somebody would get at your store. There shouldn't be different information on your website than somebody would get at your store. There needs to be total alignment. If you've got something on your website, it needs to align with what's going on at the dealership level. There's no reason I should have different pricing information here than you could get from the comfort at your home on my website. But to do that, I have to have alignment between what's online and what's happening here. These are the top 5 things that I want to see the industry move towards in the coming year. My ultimate goal has always been to show people that it doesn't have to be a miserable experience to buy a car. It can be fun. It can be easy. It should be fun. It should be easy. It is much better for everybody when you provide a transparent and easy process to consumers, whether they're right in front of you in the showroom or they're online halfway across the country. We need to be better, and it starts with transparency and not playing games with people. There's no reason that we should be putting add-on products onto our cars before a client has asked us to do so. There's no reason that we should be quoting incentives that people probably aren't going to qualify for. If we want to retain good people in our stores, if we want to have a workforce that loves what they do, feels comfortable and secure in the living that they can earn, and has the best interest of their clients in mind, then we shouldn't be paying traditional commissions, things that they cannot control. Let's stop forcing people into the showrooms. There's no reason that they need to be here. It's 2025. You can buy a car remote, same as you can buy just about anything else remotely. Let's meet the customers and our clients where they are. If they don't want to come here, there's no reason that they need to. And finally, alignment with our in-store process and our online process. We need to be better as an industry with our technology. We need to be more upfront and transparent. We need to make it easier across the board. If we're all striving for that Amazon experience, I know we can get there, but these are things that need to change. We've got to let go of the fear of the past. We've got to let go of this is the way that it's always been. And if we do that, we can provide a better experience, we can have happier team members, we can have happier customers, can make this industry better, because what I don't want to hear almost every day over and over and over again is how much people hate car dealers and car salespeople. There's no reason for that. Everybody should have a car person that they love, and that doesn't start until we all start doing it the right way.